Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here, co-founder of MarketClub with your 1 p.m. market update for Wednesday the 14th of September. Can you handle the truth? Like a lot of folks around the world, I love good movies. And one of my favorite movies is A Few Good Men, starring Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. I was thinking this morning about Jack Nicholson's famous line from the same movie, which goes like this: "You can't handle the truth." Now, he says it a lot better than I do, obviously. Now, here's the reality. A politician can spin the truth about his or her record. Why? Because he wants to get reelected, of course. A CEO of a company can spin sales projections to pump his stock up. Why? So he can receive a bigger year-end bonus. The pundits who appear on CNBC and Fox Business News can spin markets any way they want. Why? To benefit their own vested interests in a market. Want to know the truth? Now, this is what I really like about the marketplace. It tells you the truth. It literally is a no-spin zone. When you examine the recent downturn in the equity markets, the market was telling you that it did not believe in the policies of this current administration. Similarly, when Ken Lay and Jeff Schilling at Enron were telling everybody how wonderful and good business was, the market told the truth on that bunch of crooks by sending their stock into bankruptcy. So can you, as a trader, handle the truth? Does your political bias or a particular view of a market get in the way of your trading? As always, when you use as your trading foundation, a non-biased, totally objective approach like MarketClub's trade triangles, you find that you can sweep aside all of the spin and BS. All you have to do as a trader is listen to the real truth, and that is, what is the trend in the market? Which way is the trend? Okay, now let's go to the 6 major markets we track every day for you and see how we can create and maintain your wealth in 2011. Okay, on the screen, we have a show tonight at 5 o'clock. You can call this number, 410-867-2100, extension 129. Ask about the show, about the markets, about anything you want regarding MarketClub, the markets itself, and we'll do our very best to get your questions on the air live. So let's go to the markets right now. And this is my home page on MarketClub. I use the same tools you do. And you can see the markets are up, the Dow is up, and gold is down. We'll be looking at both those markets in just a second, especially the S&P 500, which is our next market. And we're going to go to our portfolio manager. And I'm going to simply go here. And you can see the S&P 500. I click here. And it shows you what's going on. Now, I still think that the longer-term trend, remember we talked about the truth? The truth is the longer-term trend for the S&P 500 is down. I think probably this market is going to fade tomorrow. Remember, it's Thursday tomorrow, and Friday comes after Thursday, and what happens on Friday? We generally see some downside pressure. Here's last Friday. See this big red down day? So we're a little higher, no follow-through, and I think we'll see this market come down. I wouldn't be surprised to see it close at or lower than last Friday. I don't think this is the type of formation that's going to push this market up. I really, unless something comes out of left field that no one can see right now, I still think we're sort of in a trading range with a negative bias. So plus 55, you're going to be using our tools like the Williams Percent R, which is not oversold yet, as you can see, and also the MACD and the Donchian trading channels. I'm going to put those on now. I'll show you how to use those. Just put them on very quickly. And you just go here. And there's the Donchian trading channel. So you can see the market is right in the middle here. And I'm going to put a parabolic on there, which is something we follow. And you see the parabolic is way up here. And that would put the parabolic around 1210. And we're currently trading at 1181. So I think the market's going to have a very hard time going much higher than this. I think tomorrow we'll see this market come down and close lower for the day. It's very hard for this market to get more than a couple of days, 3 days here, a couple of days here, 4 days here, 3 days up days. I don't think we're going to go any further than this. I think we'll see the market reverse on the downside tomorrow. So let's go to our next market. Next market we're looking at is silver. I'm going to move the scorecard, plus 55. We know how to trade that. Basically, you've got the market looks to be on the defensive. Certainly the 40-44 level is where we're currently trading. We're doing this live. This is real-time prices with MarketClub. And we're looking for this market to be somewhat on the defensive, but in a trading range. The longer-term trends, and I think this is the key thing to remember, is this. The longer-term trends, I'll put my illustrator on, in this market is on the upside. And that's the important thing to remember. We talked about the big trends. Remember what the big trends are? Well, there's the big trend right there. It's positive, 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 meaning higher. Even the intermediate term trend is higher. Only the one that's negative is the daily, which is down. So it gives you this 55 score, which is right here. Now, we're going to find support, I think, around this level here, which is the previous low, around 39. And also, I'll take everything off the screen because I want to show you what the Williams percent R is, and I'll do that in just a second. We're just now entering into an area, and this is what I want you to look at because I think this is very, very important in this particular market, is when you get an oversold condition. Here's a bullish divergence, and let me just illustrate that for you if you're not familiar with that term. Basically, a bullish divergence is when you see prices do this, and momentum, well, Williams percent R does that. It's a divergence. It's a divergence in price. And also, the other thing here, you went outside of the Donchian trading channel, which means it normally comes back in. You can see here, outside in, and so forth and so on. So we're really kind of a mid spot right here, really not going anywhere. But I think that's going to be resolved here in the next week or so. I think we'll start a trend, and the trend potentially, in my mind, has to follow the big trend, which is up. So let's see. We have not abandoned our long-term position in this market. We are still long from much lower levels, and you can see that in our trade triangles. And let's just go back here. So you can see from 1874, the market's currently trading around 40.47, and from 42.20, you can see that those markets, the weekly is still underwater, but the longer-term monthly is very, very positive. Next market, gold. And gold the same way, same pattern, but it seems to be a little bit tighter in terms of its consolidating right around there. You do have a SAR sell signal. It's sort of a little bit of weakness. But not much. Like, we had a sell signal here, but there's no follow through. And I think the reason for that is because this is the predominant trend. The monthly trade triangles are the predominant trend. And when you get that, you really want to look for areas. So if we see this, let me just draw that on the screen just as an example. If we see the SAR, the parabolic, here are the lines right here. If we see this coming down like this, and then we go through that, then there's a good chance you want to be a buyer because that'll make everything look very positive, much like it did here and much like it did back here. So you can see that, you see how long this is a signal right here on this particular market, but you can also use the trade triangles, which are very powerful and very easy to use. As you can see, we don't have the dailies on there, but you can see the weeklies, and I'll put that on in just a second. So go back here, I'll clear the screen, take that off there. And the weeklies, you can see the weeklies right back here, back on what is that, July 13th, from 1557. Good profits. Never had a sell signal. Remember that on the weekly trade triangles. Never had a sell signal. So looks good. We like the longer term prospects for this. If we take out these highs around 1900 and close really well, then the next stop is going to be $2,000 now. So let's go to our next market. And this is the crude oil market. Now, this is an interesting market, and it gets back to what we talked about before, knowing the truth, and the truth is the longer-term trend in crude oil is still negative. So we just barely touched over the $90 a barrel yesterday. We're down today. I still think we're in a trading range with this conflicting monthly and weekly, giving us a plus 60, indicates a trading range. And if you look at, just visually look at this market right now, you can see pretty much that we're sort of just doing this, really going nowhere. And I think that's one of the things you have to look at. It's not a strong, well-defined trend right now. It may be in a transition phase. It's too early to say, but generally speaking, we're looking for the downward trend to resume and for this market to become a little bit more on the defensive. So let's clear the screen again, go to our next market. And the next market is one I'm very excited about. So let me share that with you, because I think this is potentially amazing. And it goes back to what I was saying before about the truth and the markets. So next market we're looking at is the dollar index. Remember, this is the market that everybody sort of wrote off. Oh, the dollar's going down. I mean, how many times did you hear that on TV? The dollar's going down, the dollar's going down. The reality is it isn't going down. It's going up. And if we just scope this in a little further, you can see that this market, I'm going to take off the trade triangles because it gets a little bit confusing, but you can see this market really, and I'll take off the Donchian trade channels because I want to show with you. It's so easy to do, guys. Just click here, it takes them off, and I'm going to leave, I'll take that off as well, make it very simple. But look at this. This is what we look for, and it normally works out really, really well. So let's just draw this on the telestrator and show you. Here's resistance. You see the movies. Here's the breakout. And you've got this huge energy field, which I think is very, very positive, capable of taking this market, I think, way up to maybe the $81 here, and maybe even higher. Now, this is a what we consider a TZ, a target zone. And I think if we see any sort of consolidation, like we're seeing right now, the last few days have been very, very quiet, which means the market's just digesting its new level, but the dollar is not in a bearish mode at all. And I think the people who've been saying that just haven't been looking at what's the reality is. And if you look at since May of this year, it hasn't gone down. In fact, we're back up to levels seen earlier this year in March and in February. So again, we may see the dollar close out the year unchanged. What would that mean? And really, the bottom line is we've got the euro is terrible right now, so you got the best of a bad bunch, and that is the dollar right now. So let's clear everything off the screen, go to our next market. And the next market we're going to be looking at is going to be the CRB Reuters Index. Now, I've already put in a, let me move that down here. So you can see right here, you can see the, let me just adjust this. Pull that down to there, actually there, and pull this up to here. So you can see this market has, actually I want to reverse this, excuse me, this is just changed around a bit. So let me see how easy this is to do with MarketClub. So we put that there like that, drag that because we wanted to see a replay. And you can see we've come back a little more than 61%, which is not unusual, but the question is how far can we come back on the downside? And that's what I was showing you earlier. So let me just reverse this again. And this is a great tool, by the way. It's just very powerful. So I'm going to put that there, move that to the highs. We're looking for this market to go around. We said around the 330, 325, even so lower. I think we could see the market come down to these levels, and this would represent obviously somewhere in the 50% range. And I think we'd see this market really be on the defensive, but again, we're looking at this market is getting into an oversold condition, much like it was here, and here, and here. So you've got to pay attention to the Williams percent R indicator, and also we're just sort of flat here. Could be turning down for a quick downturn like we saw back here. So, hey, this is Adam Hewison. Lots of going on. Give the number a call in terms of the show tonight. We have a show tonight at 5 o'clock. Please give us a call on MarketClub TV. 410-867-2100, extension 129. I'll be joined by Susan Jackson, and Jeremy Lutz, our director, will be directing the show. And we have some surprises tonight, so please stay tuned. I think you'll enjoy that. But I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 1 o'clock, with your 1 p.m. update for Market Club. Have a great trading day.